Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with a smartphone office video. Never underestimate a woman's intelligence. Now, this is going to be real quick. Never underestimate a woman's intelligence, or I should be really straighter with it and say how slick she could be. Just on IG, I saw this. You know how they got these memes, and it was talking about women cheating. And it said a woman so slick, and I'm paraphrasing, a woman so slick, she can have her main man and her side man moving furniture at the same time. I looked at that and I was like, oh my goodness. Actually, they could though. I'm going to tell you what, man. Because you get a lot of guys out there, they be like, man, women don't have game. Or thinking they smarter than a woman. And see, some women, they'll play into that. Like, I remember this woman I was working with, this young girl, real pretty and stuff, right? And she would always act dumb and everything. But I was like, one, she was really good at what she was doing, but she'd be real quiet, acting a certain way. But then one day she said something, and she would usually be talking dumb, but then she said something and it was like an SAT word, and I was like, I gave her a look and she gave me a look and just winked. I was like, yeah, I know what you doing. Look, fellas, never underestimate women out here. Never underestimate women. I don't care what you want to think, because a lot of times, a lot of guys want to think a woman is dumb for their own ego. Don't think that. They got their game too. They just running it different. Like I said 1,000 times, they've been running it since they were little, since they figured out they could cry a certain way and get that man that they would call daddy, or whatever they're going to call him. They probably figure out something else to call them depending on what their mother's doing. I'll get to their mother in a second. But they figure out as a baby, if they cry a certain way, that big man gonna come a running. And then they watching their mom, because if their mom watching something, trust me, baby girl paying attention. Baby boy, as long as you get baby boy the breast, he might be like whatever, He might see everything as long as he getting the breasts. His baby girl paying attention. She said, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, she doing this, and this to this big old guy right here. I can do it too. Because trust me, they be learning game. Shoot, they figure that out as soon. If they don't figure it out then, they figure it out as soon as they reach puberty. I said this before, but you know what, man? I ain't gonna lie. I be seeing some guys just be saying some stuff. Like one guy, he wanted to disagree. I was talking something about sex or something, right? And he wanted to say, well, a woman could make you wait because she make you think a certain way. I was like, okay, this guy get played. Because if a woman make you wait or something, rest assured she probably got somebody on the side. Now, what a woman will do, a common thing they will do, is they'll make that one guy wait, but still have dude on the side. I've even had, what's bad? That ain't even just an observation. I had some women say that. I remember one time a woman said to me, well, a man should understand, that she has some other guy. Right? That she has some other guy. She's still getting her sex. Well, she's still single or something, or he ain't like lock her down. I had a couple women say that. Right? They be doing their thing. But see, you get some guys out here want to think women innocent and all of that. Look, I'm going to tell you something now. They might be innocent, but don't go in assuming they innocent. Now, if they show by their actions, or you got enough sense on how to read a woman that they might be innocent, and I mean after you read her, you got to know her, you watched her. Like, I'm going to tell you what, too. Whatever a woman say, just be like, yeah, okay. Now, when you watch her actions, and you've watched her actions long enough, then you could be like, oh, okay, all right, okay. I can see that. But if you ain't seen her actions or whatever, no matter what they say, just, look, here's what you do, fellas. Take it into consideration. Take it into consideration, but still pay attention. Verify. Don't trust, but verify. Don't trust, but verify. Some people will say trust, but verify. That's like, nah, don't trust yet until you verify. And you know what, though, man? You don't get mad at them for it. That's always how they had to be. Because most men, notice I said most men, are naturally stronger than women. Except for those guys who like a woman, they like a big Shirley type. I don't even want to get into that because I had some guys get mad at me and stuff. They're like, so speak for yourself. Yeah, okay, Yeah, double back home one day, all right? Double back home. Shoot. But yeah, women be slick with it. In fact, I remember Chris Rock talked about that. Yeah, you be like, your woman have a friend or something. And Chris Rock broke it down. He broke it down in a joke. And you know comedians, how they do. They be telling you some stuff. But he broke it down in a joke. He was like, yeah, you better be looking at that. Yeah, that guy she introduced to you who's her friend, that's her next guy. That might be the guy then. Shoot, in fact, I knew this dude, right? He was married. He was going to marry this woman. Now, women usually consider this dude very handsome and all of that, right? But he said there was somebody who came to the wedding and that dude was just real sad and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, that's probably the guy that was doing her. Shoot. Women be doing that stuff. Shoot, if they hanging around, they got some guy hanging around, something like that. Someday, they be monkey branching too. And yeah, I'm going in on the women today. But it's not even so much going in on women. I actually respect women's game. It's some of these dudes be dumb as shit out here. And yes, I do mean dumb as shit. Want to believe whatever about this woman. Dude, no. First of all, you respect where they coming from. Any woman you dealing with, you respect them. They got their intelligence. Sometimes they slick with you. In fact, I knew this woman. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, she is a thick one and stuff. And she ain't come off as that bright. But I said, you know what? She cunning as shit. Because I remember, because she had a daughter, right? She had a daughter. And we were talking, but she said she would never let no men's. That's how she talked too. She would let no men's over at her place. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to do something real quick. Like I said, it's one of those things and stuff. But check it out, though. Like I said, this woman was real cunning. She was like, she wouldn't let no men's over at her place. See, what she knew, yeah, she didn't come off as like super intelligent or anything, but she knew how men could be around like baby girls and stuff, right? Like some of these women got to be slick with it and everything. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Understand, respect a woman's intelligence. Respect how they could do some stuff, all right? Respect the way they would go some places and everything and how they do it. Like when a woman's cheating, don't ever think it like if you going out with a woman, she said, well, we gotta wait and everything. Don't think, oh yeah, it's all cool and all of that. Come on, man. She probably got somebody else. Because if a woman wants you, she wants you when she wants you, all right? Now, I want y'all to keep that in mind, all right? Keep that in mind. Now, this ain't going to be too long because, man, I'll just say my schedule was thrown off again today. It got some stuff, all right? So, anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.